So you found out your grandfather was born in Naples, made pasta from scratch, and shouted Mamma Mia, unironically. And now you want an Italian passport. Cute. But hold up, because Italy just changed the rules. Yep, they pulled a fast one like they were playing political Uno and just dropped a reverse plus draw 4 on thousands of people who thought they were on the fast track to dual citizenship. Whether you've already spent 2 years chasing down birth certificates in 3 languages, or you just got excited because Nona had a spicy last name, this update affects you. And no, this isn't a joke. As of May 2025, Italy has dropped a legal espresso shot right into the citizenship process. And spoiler alert, it's a little bitter. I'm Matt, the Americano, and in this video, I'm going to break down what actually changed, who's still eligible, who just got metaphorically deported from their citizenship dreams, and what clever workarounds still exist if Italy just told you arrivederci. Oh, and if you're wondering, no, I'm not a lawyer, but I've read everything those guys with the neckties have published. And I'm better at explaining it than they are, I think. Let's go. Okay, let's talk about the legal spaghetti that just hit the wall. In May 2025, Italy passed a new law, Decree Law 36, and it's basically their way of saying, we love our history, but maybe not that many cousins showing up asking for passports. The Italian Senate and Chamber of Deputies both gave it the thumbs up. More than 80 amendments were proposed. Guess how many got accepted? Exactly 0. This was the legislative equivalent of grandma saying, no, you will eat the ravioli I made and you will like it. The only thing left is the president's signature, and honestly at this point, that's just ceremonial. It's like the cherry on top of a no passport for you Sunday. So what does this mean? Well, it means the law is basically finalized, and if you're hoping for some last minute magic to save your case, you might want to start lighting some candles at the nearest church. Because unless you already submitted your paperwork or booked your consulate appointment before March 28th, you could be out of luck. But don't panic yet. There are still paths forward, and we're going to walk through them like you're navigating Venice without Google Maps. All right, so if you didn't just get legally ghosted by Italy, congrats. You might still be in the game. Here's the deal. If you submitted your application or got your consulate appointment confirmation before March 28th, ding, 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 you're grandfathered in under the old rules. Doesn't matter if your actual appointment is 2026, 2030, or sometime after flying cars finally become a thing. As long as that confirmation hit your inbox before the deadline, you're golden. Molto bene. But if you miss the deadline, now you've got to play by the new rules. And those rules say this: you need to have an Italian parent or grandparent who either is still alive and currently holds only Italian citizenship, or is deceased but had only Italian citizenship at the time of their death. Let me translate that out of bureaucratese for you. If Nonno Giuseppe became a U.S. citizen before he died, even if he still made gnocchi by hand, you're out. Doesn't matter if he was Italian when you were born. The new law doesn't care about your birth date. It only cares about whether your ancestor died with their Italian citizenship fully intact. And get this, even if you already got recognized as an Italian citizen, your adult kids, they're not riding your coattails. Nope. They've got to qualify the same way, parent or grandparent with only Italian citizenship. So unless you're willing to renounce your other nationalities, your kids might need to start fresh. Look, I don't make the rules, I just explain them with espresso-fueled sarcasm and a dash of hope. All right, now let's talk about who just got gently, or not so gently, shown the door. If Italian citizenship was your plan A, well, it might be time to alphabetize your backup plans. You are now officially blocked under the new law if, and this one hurts, you didn't submit your application or get an appointment confirmation before March 28th, 2025. That's the cutoff. The Italian immigration version of you must be this tall to ride. But wait, there's more. Your application is also toast if you're applying through a parent or grandparent who had dual citizenship when they died. It's not enough that they were born Italian. If they picked up another passport before they croaked, your claim goes down with them. And in case you were hoping to stretch that bloodline like pizza dough, sorry, great-grandparents and beyond are now off the table. The new law says it's got to be a parent or a grandparent. That's it. You want to go back further? Grab a glass of Chianti and a scrapbook because it's now just ancestry, not eligibility. Translation: if your connection to Italy is more "we had pasta on Sundays" than "mom was born in Milan," this law just slammed the shutters on you like a cranky nonna during nap time. But, and this is important, just because this path is blocked doesn't mean all the paths are blocked. You know how Italy has like 8 different types of coffee drinks for the same bean? Yeah, citizenship's about to be like that too. All right, let's talk about the kids, because nothing says welcome to Italian bureaucracy like putting your child's citizenship in a legal limbo worthy of a Dante sequel. If your child is under 18 when the law kicks in and you get recognized as an Italian citizen, either by descent or by reacquiring it, you've got until May 31, 2026 to register them. Boom, they're in. Easy, right? Sure, until it isn't. The catch? You have to complete that registration by the deadline, no excuses. If your paperwork moves slower than an Italian post office on a coffee break, well, tick-tock. If your kid is born or adopted after the new law takes effect, you've got a 1-year window to register them, and only one parent needs to be an Italian citizen at the time. So yeah, if you're planning to start a family and want a little dual citizen bambino, get that paperwork ready before you start making babies. But what if you miss the deadline? Benissimo. There's still hope, but it'll cost you 2 years of your child's life in Italy. Yep, the kid will need to live in Italy for 2 consecutive years before turning 18 to be eligible. In all 3 cases, adopted children are treated like biological children, which is good, but the clock starts ticking from the date of adoption, not birth. So precision counts. This is Italy, where time moves slowly, but deadlines are somehow lightning fast. Look, it's confusing, but if you've got kids or are a kid, there are still windows of opportunity. They're just very Italian windows. Small, beautiful, and slammed shut if you wait too long. All right, now for all the folks who had Italian citizenship once, maybe even briefly, and then lost it because some great-grandparent became an American and wanted to vote or, I don't know, legally own a hot dog stand. Let's talk reacquisition. If you or one of your ancestors lost Italian citizenship by naturalizing in another country before August 15, 1992, congrats. There's a chance to reacquire it. And here's the good news. You don't have to move to Italy anymore to do it. Just go to your local Italian consulate, wave your declaration around like a backstage pass, and between July 1, 2025 and December 31, 2027, you can get your citizenship back. Now, before you pack your bags for Rome in celebration, here's the kicker. This only works for living people. Your dead great Uncle Luigi can't come back from the beyond to reclaim his passport. Also, and this is important, if you're hoping to use someone else's reacquisition to qualify, like, I'll just convince Grandpa to become Italian again, not so fast. They'd have to renounce all other citizenships to become a qualifying ancestor. Yes, including their current one. Hope they weren't too attached to it. And no, reacquiring Italian citizenship doesn't magically make your kids eligible. They've got to meet all the new rules too, because Italy's playing hard to get now. But hey, if you're still alive and breathing, and Italy used to be yours before some paperwork breakup, this is your second chance. Just don't ghost them again. All right, so Italy won't let you claim your citizenship through your great-grandpa Giuseppe because he had the audacity to become Canadian in 1978. Brutal, but plot twist. Italy's now saying, if you love us so much, why don't you move in? There's a brand new 2-year residency path to citizenship. That's right, 2 years. This replaces the old 3-year process because nothing says we still kind of like you like shaving off 12 months of bureaucratic agony. So here's how it works. You have to legally reside in Italy, register your residence with the local commune, actually live there, like not just showing up for wine season. Short trips abroad, cool. Living in Barcelona full-time while renting a place in Bologna, nope. But, and it's a big but, you can only use this route if your parent or grandparent was Italian, not your great-grandparent, not your third cousin twice removed who once made a perfect carbonara. Here's the bonus round. If you go this 2-year residency route, you also qualify for a work visa with no quota limits. That's right, no scrambling for spots, no lottery nonsense. Just show Italy you're serious by living there, working there, and probably eating pasta like it's a part-time job. This path was literally written into law to help descendants who got shut out by the new rules. So it's Italy's way of saying, you're not blood enough, but we're open to long-term dating. If you're cool with actually living in Italy for 2 years, and honestly, there are worse places to get stuck with bureaucracy, this is a rock-solid plan B. So Italy told you no, the door slammed, your dreams of sipping Chianti as a dual citizen faded into bureaucratic ash, or did they? Look, just because the law changed doesn't mean it's bulletproof. In fact, a growing number of Italian attorneys are already lacing up their legal boots and marching into court faster than you can say cittadinanza per descendanza. And I don't think I said that right, but yeah, no, my Italian's off. Loophole number 1, no appointment available, sue. Were you actively trying to get a consular appointment before March 28th, but kept hitting that sweet, soul-crushing wall of no dates available? You're not alone, and you might have a case. Lawyers are already filing petitions saying that the state's failure to provide appointments shouldn't erase your birthright. Because I mean, if your citizenship depends on a booking system that's harder to get into than Coachella, then that's not exactly due process. Loophole number 2, the 1948 cases are still alive. Got a female ancestor who passed Italian citizenship to her child before 1948? Ding, ding, ding. You might have a 1948 case, and those are still valid, even under the new law. Why? Because these cases are constitutional, not administrative. In lawyer speak, that means they're in a different legal sandbox, and the courts have consistently ruled in favor of these claims. In regular speak, Italy can change the rules moving forward, but they can't rewrite history. If Nonna Maria gave her kid the gift of pasta and patriottismo in 1942, the courts are likely to back you up. Heads up, before you message an attorney and say, "Help me, Italy," slow your roll. You'll need your ancestry fully mapped, all of your documents ready, apostils and translations complete, a lot of patience. These lawyers are drowning in cases like a gondolier in a flash flood. Pro tip, get everything in order before you ask a lawyer to fight for you. Trust me, you'll look way more attractive as a client. Oh, and in case you're wondering, yes, there are more legal fireworks ahead. We're not done. Next up, the constitutional challenges coming in hot. Let's go. All right, so the ink is barely dry on Italy's new citizenship law, and the legal gloves are already off. There are multiple legal challenges already underway, and if this were a Netflix series, we'd be entering the part called Season 2, The Counterattack. A court in Cobobasso ruled that citizenship by descent is a right you're born with, not something the government gets to deny just because their consulate booking system runs on spaghetti and disappointment. Attorneys are already using heavy-hitting articles from Italy's own constitution to challenge this law. Here's your legal espresso shot. Article 3, equality under the law, and Article 24, right to legal action, and Article 117, international obligations. Hello, EU treaties. EU law is joining the party because this is Europe and nothing happens without a 14-page charter. EU law is getting roped in too. Article 20, citizenship of the Union. Article 21, non-discrimination, right to good administration, which honestly Italy should have thought about before making people wait years for appointments. Bottom line, this isn't over. It's not even halftime. Lawyers are just getting warmed up. Constitutional courts are sharpening their pencils, and the EU might just chime in with their own opinion, as they tend to. Mark your calendar, June 24th. That's the day Italy's constitutional court starts weighing in. And trust me, this could be the beginning of some serious rewrites. So don't delete those PDFs just yet. Your citizenship journey may be in limbo, but legally, this game is still wide open. All right, deep breath. I know this was a lot. Italian citizenship just went from collect documents, get passport, to complete side quest, survive boss battle, file lawsuit in Rome. But here's what you need to know. If you're still eligible, move now. If you're one of the lucky ones who got in before the deadline, or you've got that golden grandparent with only Italian citizenship, do not wait for another rule change. Gather your docs, chase those apostles, and get this thing moving like you're racing through Florence with a gelato in one hand and your citizenship file in the other. If you're blocked, you're not done. You might still have options. That 2-year residency route, a 1948 constitutional case, legal challenges around consulate availability, or if you're bold, a lawsuit with your name on it. And remember, this law is new, but it's not unchallenged. Lawyers are already out here playing legal chess, while the rest of us are still Googling how to get Italian citizenship 2025, no dual passport sadness. June 24th could change the entire landscape again. If you're overwhelmed, confused, or just emotionally wrecked from scanning microfilm records from Ellis Island, I get it. I've been there. There are legal teams, community forums, and people like Andrew Henderson of Nomad Capitalist, Raphael Cintron of Wealthy Expat, and Michael Rosemer of Offshore Citizen, who can help you map this out without needing a law degree or a bottle of Chianti. Okay, well, maybe you still need the bottle of Chianti. And if you want to build a startup, possibly tax-free, I can help you with that. Hit that subscribe button if you found this helpful, or if you just enjoy watching someone emotionally unravel over European bureaucracy. Drop your questions in the comments. I do read them, and let me know where you're at in your journey. Until next time, I'm the Americano bringing you expat life abroad. Arrivederci.